cut that off. But
Okay, cut that off right there. This is where we'll start at. Good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your nighttime, right time DJ Music, and welcome to another episode of the Chop Shop. Big J, let me just go ahead and say this right now. At the top, this will be the last time that I address you. This will be the last time that I spend any of my valuable time with this back and forth nonsense with you. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to address this simply because you used the word slander in this, and you said that I was slandering you. This is the only reason why I'm addressing you now. For this reason and nothing more. Okay? So first off, in my comment section, folks, and I'll go and get it at the end of this conversation with Big J here, so you can see for yourself. Big J and I have been having a conversation. Okay? Part of his conversation, he accused me of slander. So we've been having a conversation back and forth about what slander is. And here it is. He was kind enough in this stream that he tried his damnedest not to say my name, which I'll give him credit, he was successful at. But you know, you don't have to be a rocket science to figure out, Big J, that you're speaking directly to me, okay? And for the other 8 folks that sent me this, they also, 10 folks that sent me this, they also know that you were speaking about me, okay? No matter how clandestine you try to be, we all know that you are speaking about me. So let me go ahead and address this. Not going to take very long. So slander. As you can see, it's a noun. The utterance of false charges or misrepresentation which defames and damages another's reputation. A false and defamatory oral statement about a person. And you see there as put down there the good enough to even put the adjectives and how you would use it. Okay. So Big J. No. Since we know now what the definition of slander is, let's go ahead and listen to you.
let me sit here and say this to somebody real quick. Somebody who said, Big J, you don't know what slander is. You don't know what slander is. Well, here is the Webster Merriam Dictionary. And I've been in the criminal justice system. I work for it.
Okay,
so
Big J.
I do know what slander is, right?
Okay.
I do know the law.
Okay, Big J. If you've been in the criminal justice system, then you should automatically know right now that this accusation that you're levying against me is not criminal, or is it anything that you could hold liable against me in civil court? Simply because, Big J, you uttered these words. This is not my opinion of you. This is other people's opinion of you. And through your interaction with these people, that you literally sitting on their stream, arguing with them. So how is it being slanderous for me to show you what other people had said about you? How is it slanderous, Big J, for me to show you your interactions with other people on YouTube? You go and grab 3 people on YouTube that you thought, let me show DJ Music that there's some people who big up me. Did you think I was going to be impressed by that? They're YouTubers. So what? Big deal. So what is that? You some YouTubers that giving their opinion about a stream that they saw. So what? What's so impressive about that, Big J? Well, let you continue, because you continue to brag about it for some reason or the other. I don't know why you think this is impressing me, but not so, sir.
What slander is? if you're gonna keep on making videos about me, and only reason why you're making videos about me, what slander is. See, if you're gonna keep on making videos about me, and only reason why you're making videos about me, those are only videos you made that garner more than 100 views. Let me say this again. The videos you make about me only garner above 100 views.
Okay.
See, I didn't like how tacky you were going at me.
Okay.
You saw an opportunity.
Oh, hold on, Big J. Okay. So what's that say about you, Big J? Because the majority of my videos is not really targeted to my YouTube audience. The majority of videos that I do is as political. Now, I could go to the algorithms and show you, Big J, that the majority of the people that watch my content are not the people that are subscribed to my channel. Well, the people that we see, excuse me, I won't say subscribe to my channel, but the people that we see in our YouTube interactions. Nothing to do with what who saw it. That's not a badge of courage for you to go around screaming. See, what it would say to me is there's enough people that travel in the same circles with us that say, oh, here go Big J again. Let me go see what Mr. Music got to say about Big J. Because as you notice in the videos that I used, they were small channels as well. And if you look at that video count, that's probably, and I know in one case, the 300 some views it got, that was the highest count that they had on their entire channel. So it's not that folks draw attention, I was drawing attention to myself. Folks saw me talking about you just like they see other people talking about you. And basically what they were saying, here we go again. Big J at it again with somebody. But let you continue.
You saw the opportunity to come at you sideways. All right.
And what would be the what? Big J.
Let's read.
Big J.
What slander is.
You already did that. Okay, Big J. Big J. What opportunity coming at you sideways? What would I benefit from that, sir? What would be the benefit of coming at you sideways? There has to be when you make this accusation, there has to be an ultimate gain for me to do such. Certainly, do you not think that I'm going to build my channel or try to build my channel around with arguments about you and to you? This is a distraction, to be quite honest with you. I hope the folks that come to see my content from Facebook, from Instagram, from the other websites that I have my links posted on, I hope when they come to see my content, they skip over this. This is not good for my image to be talking to a baffling backwater buffoon like you over absolutely nothing. Because you don't like my opinion. You don't like my opinion, just like in the grocery store, leave it on the shelf, nigga. Walk away. But you, since a week before Thanksgiving, this has consumed you. Like I said, Big J, this is the last time I am going to address this situation. This is it. No more.
The utterance of false charges are misrepresentations which defame and damage another's reputation. Like how you said that I, Big J, had a gang of misfits. I asked you, who are the members of the misfits I'm supposed to be with?
It makes no difference who those misfits are. A hit dog will holler. And it's funny, Big J, since you want to mention the numbers, It's funny, of all those hundreds of people that you say that came over there to see me come up off you, none of them left a bad comment, or none of them left a comment that say, Mr. Music, you was wrong about Big J. Not one of them. The only people that responded to that video in a negative way was you and your people. You didn't hear me call out simply, what's your name? Pure Butterfly Spirit as one of those residents of the Island of Misfits. You did not. You did not hear me call out Silent J as one of those people that inhabit the Island of Misfits, because I didn't. But you did hear me call out two names. And from the comment section, I added another one. And for all of you that thumbs up Big J's comments, you're on that island with him. You know who you are. Those are the folks that I'm referring to, Big J, as the Island of Misfits, just like you. They don't want to identify themselves. They only want to come in with crazy ass little comments, and their channel has maybe 1 or 2 subscribers with no content. They just want to keep a troll account open just in case somebody messes with their beloved Big J. Well, I don't have ghosts. I don't have a ghost account. And I don't mind, just like I tell anybody at any time, if you leave nasty grams on my channel, you gon' get one back.
You never said the name. Therefore, when you omit facts from a statement, you are lying. Let me say it again. Whenever you omit, yes, the word omit, when you erase certain evidence from certain facts, therefore you're lying. And therefore, that's a false charge. I do not have a gang of misfits because you never identified who these individuals. You never said the name.
Okay, well, Big J, let me ask you this. You said you was a part of the, or in the criminal justice system at one time or the other. When the police say there's an MX-13 gang, do they know all the names of the people in the gang, Big J? Or they just assume guilt by association? If I see you hanging around Big J, then that means you're part of his gang. If I see you as a constant acquaintance of Big J, that must mean that you're part of the gang. Now it's up to me to single out those, and I did, by mentioning Pure Butterfly, by mentioning Silent J. I can't mention every person that comes to your channel. You will, Mel, you'll mention all these names, because see, while you was running your mouth, I was listening in the clouds. Unlike you, I have restraint. I could have easily popped down on that channel, but I waited till you were done. Twice, the last 2 streams that you did, Big J, I was in the clouds because somebody sent me a link to say, hey, Music, check this out. I told you, you think you got allies? I do too. Don't slander Big JS. Do better research. Links below. You not that important. That's why I only typed your name in the YouTube search engine. Because chances are, if I went to Google, it would have referred me back to the same thing. Or I probably wouldn't have found nothing else. Or I might have found a cartoon character. What you think?
Therefore, when you omit facts from a statement, you are lying. Let me say it again. Whenever you omit, yes, the word omit, when you erase certain evidence from certain facts, therefore you're lying. And therefore, that's a false charge. I do not have a gang of misfits because you never identified who these individuals are. And then you will not sit there and actually be man enough to sit there and provide who are these individuals. So let's read this again by slander. The utterance of false charges are defame and damage another's reputation. Here is another slanderous statement you made. You said I was trying to go after Sexy Red. You said I was trying to go after Sexy Red. You said on your comment, you wrote something about comment.
No, dummy. No, dummy. I didn't say that you were chasing a Sexy Red. What I said was you were flirting with Sexy Red. And that was not only me noticed it. That's exactly what I said. Now, see, the difference between omitting facts, and it's easy, this is a fact that would be easy to say yes or find out the correct information to. All we would have to do, if this was a court of law, is to bring subpoena Sexy Red TV, and she will confirm the fact that, yes, Big J has flirted with me before. I will bet money on that. I'm sure there's a few other women that will say, and listen, by no stretch of imagination am I saying that there was something wrong with that. You can flirt with who you want to. That's your business. But the mere fact that I pointed it out, because when I saw you arguing with Sexy Red, I thought to myself, how you go from flirting with a chick to calling her Miss Hands on your knees? So correct me if I'm wrong, Sexy Red. Leave a comment if I'm wrong about Big J ever flirting with you at least once, twice, or a couple times. If I'm wrong, Big J, I will retract that statement. I don't mind being wrong, but in this case, I don't think I'll have to retract it.
With Hardcore Tito, you said I was friends with Danini. Then you said I was friends with City. First of all, me and Hardcore Tito never been friends because I want him in jail. Danini, I want her locked up in prison, and I want City to be dragged off of social media forever.
Well, Big J, wanting one hand and shit in the other one. And see, this was this entire conversation. This is where this back and forth dialogue between me and you came from. Where you were sitting over in Sharon Bracey's panel, and Prism and PH Diva said the same, that basically that you had done absolutely nothing about removing folks from YouTube. And the proof is in the pudding. Danini's still around. You didn't. You run around talk about you was instrumental in getting rid of Obsidian. No, we all know who did that, and why? Because Obsidian crossed the line with somebody, and you're almost crossing the line with me. You're almost crossing the line with Prism. You're almost crossing the line with a few other folks. And it seems to me, Big J, you don't know what grace is. You call yourself a smart man, but this, once you read the definition of slander, maybe you shouldn't have made this stream.
So for you to sit there and say, I'm friends with them, so you just made a slanderous thing. And then I want you to know.
Okay, and then again, I didn't say you were friends with us. What I clearly said, that's why I'm going to go back at the end of this, folks, and show you the conversation. So before, I wanted you to hear what he was responded to, and I'm going to show you at the end how wrong he is about his accusations. Now, I will say this. What I said to you, Big J, is how else would I get this information if you was not hanging around with these folks? You were in their chats. So guilt by association. I don't think too many people will let their enemies come up on their stream. Now, it may work for the Fight Club, and it may work for Fatty, and it may work for a few of those other folks, but for the most part, that don't happen. So you had to have some kind of kinship, friendship, whatever you want to call it, in order for Danidi, first of all, to think that you liked her, that you want to be a part of the group called the Viper Pit. I didn't say that, she said it. Now, again, if you was trying to get rid of Obsidian or Hardcore Tito, Why would you feel it necessary to go up on their panels to do so? You could have easily reported them to the powers that be without ever stepping foot on their panel. Ever. So again, where have I slandered you, Big J? You got to get up pretty early in the morning to outsmart me. Nigga, I got up at 4:45.
I ain't gonna say your name. I want you to notice something. I ain't saying your name.
And you
So
don't
I'm
need.
not gonna say your name, your channel name.
Wait a minute. And the fact of it, whether you say my name or not, the mere fact that I know that you're speaking of me, because although you haven't uttered my name, there's enough evidence. You say you've been in some kind of legal training. There's enough evidence that any two-bit lawyer could deduce, any judge could deduce that you are referring to Mr. DJ Music. So whether you say my name or not, that's a moot point, dummy. You backwater buzzard. How are you really this stupid, Big J? Really? I know what the problem is. You thought I was.
I ain't gonna say your name. I want you to notice something. I ain't saying your name. You know why I'm not gonna say your name?
Do tell. Do tell.
You know why I ain't gonna say your name?
Do tell.
Because really is not that important.
Okay. And that's fine.
But you like one of them old Negroes that like who want to talk, puff off their chest at younger men. You are nobody. You're nobody's daddy.
Didn't I tell y'all Big J had daddy issues? Somebody said that I was wrong for saying that. But but listen to this. That's why I stopped it and I backed it up for a minute. Y'all listen to this.
You are nobody. You're nobody's daddy over here.
Didn't I tell y'all he had daddy issues?
Let's beat it.
Okay, didn't I tell you he had daddy issues? This is a 40-some-year-old man talking about you ain't my. This should be something that's painfully obvious. So it's obvious, Big J, that you look at me as, and I'm not a psychologist, but I'll bet there's some folks that study psychology will say that you look at me as an authoritarian figure. That you one of those kids that want to buck the system. You look at me as a father figure. Or maybe as a stepdaddy. Did you have a stepdaddy that your mama told you didn't have to listen to? You ain't my daddy. Because this what this sounds like to me. You ain't my daddy. You do something fucked up and run to your mama, and your daddy can't punish you for it? Your stepdaddy can't punish you for it? Is that how it worked? Because you don't say that to me. You say that to a lot of people. Ain't that right, DDS? Didn't he say that to you a couple days ago? I'm everywhere, Big J. When I ain't got nothing to do, I'm everywhere. This is entertainment for me. I'm sitting here music shopping as I'm doing this, talking to you at the same time. I'm multi-talented like that. You couldn't hit a bull in the ass with a bass fiddle if he held still.
This statement again for you, because we know some of y'all slow. The utterance of false charges or misrepresentation which defame and damage another's reputation.
And this nigga calling somebody slow, and it took him 15 minutes to read that damn statement again, and you got the nerve to call somebody slow.
Right. Look, Lawrence. Right, Lawrence. Long as I have known you've always been against those people. Right. Lawrence, you knew me for what? 2-3 years now? Maybe 4 years at least? I always speak against Tito, Denis, in a city. See, that's a lie. That's a lie to say I'm friends with the same people. If those three
Okay, Big
individuals
J,
that
and okay, and Big J and Lawrence, since you introduced this comment, and he feel the need to comment on it, I'll comment on it as well. Exactly. As long as I've known you, you've always. This is not what this conversation is about, Lawrence P. Lawrence R. It's not what the conversation is about. I never said that he didn't have a dislike for the manosphere or people that think like that. I never said that. And if I did, go find him. But I said what he attributes and he shows the same tendencies of the very folks that he say he dislike. Lawrence, check yourself before you end up on the island of misfits too.
said when if you go back to on their channel, has always been called him. And since we on this thing about Denise, well, nigga, you was on Bob Cherry's channel last night. Right, okay, you've been here since 2001. Yeah, okay, right. So, you've been on Bob Cherry's channel last night on her panel trying to go after Aunt T and the younger heads on that panel. But Bob Cherry used to hang with Denise.
Okay, first and foremost, I wasn't going to Aunt T. And I don't think Aunt T took it as if I was going to him. I just asked him questions that anyone else would ask Big J. Seems to me whatever was going on between him and Sharon was personal. Aunt T, if you listen to this message, please leave a comment down in the description there or the chat room or whatever you call it. Did you feel that I was being disrespectful to you in any state or techno form? I don't think so. As a matter of fact, Big J, correct me if I'm wrong, Aunt T, did we not exchange some information because there's, according to what you do, there's something I might need for you to do for me? Because see, I'm not with this YouTube shit, Big J. I'm a businessman. And just because Aunt T has a beef with you or Bomb Cherry or Sharon Bracy, that's not going to stop me from doing business with someone. I don't have no beef with Aunt T. And just because he had a beef with Raw B or Cellulite podcast or Big J or anybody else, that ain't my business. And as far as Denini's concerned, I can really care about who she is. The mere fact of it is, Big J, the common denominator between you, I, and Denini is the fact that you argued with her and you argued with me. You made stream after stream about her. You made comment after comment about her. And now here, some 8 years later, you're doing the same thing again. And Denini said it best. Big J, you must want my attention. So what is it that you want, nigga?
So what are you talking about? And since we on this, right? Let me go to. Oh man, I forgot to do this, y'all. Let me stop because I forgot to do this. Because in the links, I provided some links, right? I provided some links in the description box. And you know what? Let's play those videos. Let's play those videos that I put in the description box. Let's put those videos up, right? Because there's one thing I cannot stand is somebody lying about my character. Now, I'll play this video. I'm gonna play this video right. No. We play this video right here. And let me go ahead. Somebody said, yo, man, I searched Big J's name and on the I searched Big J Triple X on the search bar, and all I find was him on panel saying this and acting crazy. Well, that tells me you didn't get far enough.
Well, Big J,
That
like
tells me you only went
Big J, hold up.
What's going on, Cox Moron?
There's absolutely no reason for me to go any farther than what I went. And let me ask you something. If I'm doing something to prove a point about you, why would I go look up the best of you when I'm talking about the worst of you? Why would I have to pillage through the very first 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos that come up, Big J, to get to one good video about you? And why is it that the very first video that you point out to me is a person of the other race? Why is that, Big J? So again, let's go back to the word slander. Which part of any stream that I've done about you, Big J, has been slanderous?
That tells me you went on only one page. You only went to the places where they had the most views. But you ain't going to the places that doesn't have all the views. Because let me do this real quick. Let me share this right here. Yes. Let's share this right here. Right? This gentleman right here did a video about me and the lovely lady Carolina Hearn. What's going on, Carol? What's going on with you? So, this is what. Okay,
Big J. So this is supposed to be impressive to me. This guy right here, no pictures on the wall. What is that? VCR tapes? A stack of books that look like they ain't been touched in months. Look like he ain't shaved since the 1980s. And this was supposed to be your impression, your big impression of look who's talking about me. This pale-faced motherfucker right here. Nigga. Are you fucking kidding me? This is who I should go and talk to about Big J being a good guy.
What? This is what he said about me.
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well, and in this video, I'll be talking about Big J Triple X, and give you my thoughts about this great guy. I hope you enjoy.
Yes, I am great. I am awesome.
Well, anybody can Big J, anybody can proclaim themselves to be great. That don't make it true. I could go to the top of the Empire State Building and claim that I'm great. That won't make it true. Now, maybe to some people you are great. Or maybe because this is the way these folks speak, a great guy, meaning good guy. Not that you're great or that you're somebody that the world needs to pay attention to. You know, like they said in the movie, you're just a good fella as he knows you. But I bet if he watched my video, might taint his view of you if he typed in your name and just scroll down and look what I found. Big J, this is who you put in front of me. This is your king. This is the motherfucker that you brought to DJ Music. Is DJ Music gonna have to choke a motherfucker?
And that's why I think I need to separate myself from some of you people.
Believe me, Big J, hold it. Hold it, Big J. Believe me, won't no. Hold it. Believe me, Big J. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. Nobody in the black community gonna stop you from running over there to hang out with the likes of this guy. It'll probably be you and him. Ain't nobody that I know gonna stop you from going over there and hanging out with Sasquatch.
Because yes, this man is right. I am great, and I think I'm awesome. Since you said I'm some fat 300-pound. Yes, I am 300 pounds, by the way. I did that. 2 weeks ago. No, I'm sorry, about six months ago, I said I was 300 pounds.
No, nigga, you just said that a couple days ago. You just said that shit a couple days ago. And what?
Am I a sloppy 300 pounds?
I don't give a fuck.
Or I'm athletic 300 pounds?
No, you ain't. Listen here, Big J. There's nothing athletic about a 300-pounder. You ain't playing football nowhere. You ain't doing shit. Guarantee you this, Big J. If you could do 20 push-ups, it would be a fucking miracle. Get on camera and do 20 push-ups and send it to me. Run a half mile and send it to me. Matter of fact, don't even run a half mile. Just run from the mailbox to the front door. I guarantee you, at 300 pounds, nigga, you will be out of breath, reaching for your fucking inhaler or something to eat. 300 pounds, there's nothing athletic about a 300-pounder unless he's on a fucking football field somewhere.
See, I'm a country nigga. I'm a country boy. I don't sit in my house all day. When I said I gotta ride my horse or I gotta work on my tractor, I got animals we attend to, that builds up muscle up.
Actually, no, it don't, Big J, because somehow or the other, it's almost like I can read your fucking mind, Big J. If you go to my what they call that, the shorts, those are animals. The one that I was talking to name is Journey, and I guarantee you, Big J, I am not 300 pounds. I'm guarantee you, Big J, you do not exert a lot of energy feeding horses. The heaviest thing that you have to lift is maybe a bale of hay, and you don't lift it very long. Knowing you probably got a cart or a buggy or something like that, a lawnmower, that if you do have animals, you don't carry it. You put it in the back of your buggy. Because see, I'm in the country. I grew up in the country. I'm a country boy. Cats, dogs, chickens, hogs, horses, skunks, raccoons, possums, squirrels, oak trees, pine trees, collard greens. Hey, this here for you, John the analyst. I can collar up some greens. I was having a conversation the other day with a friend of mine, John the analyst, and I did my impression of you, man. You are a funny dude. You really are. But anyway, hey boy, Big J, I ain't forgot about you, nigga. I got distracted. That's my Sergeant Waters from Soldier Story. That's my imitation of him. Let me do another imitation of Sergeant Waters for you. Big J. So anything an ignorant, low-class, geeky, backwater, bumbling buffoon like you got to say shouldn't really make any difference to me, should it? Should it? Should it, Big J? Go ahead and say it. You see, there's a difference between us country boys and us bumbling buffoons. You are a bumbling buffoon from the country, and you'll always be. C.J. Memphis, clowning, yassa bossing, singing the blues, always up in white folks' faces, looking for acceptance, like right here. Up in white folks' faces, looking for acceptance, like the first lady that you used at me. Who else you gonna use, Big J? Told you you didn't want to fuck with me. Now you done made me mad because you insulted my intelligence.
A six-pack. You know how hard for a big man to get a six-pack?
Big J, I can guarantee you, I am at least, I would roughly say at least 15 years older than you. At least that. So that would put me well into my 50s. I can guarantee you right now, Big J, that I could lift my shirt up and separate. This is a washboard, and I've had it since high school. I don't talk about my high school days because I don't need a reminder of how I used to be in high school because I see it every day. Now, do I weigh 100 to 200, 300, 400 pounds? Hell no. At my height, I am my optimum weight. And you know why? Because I've always made sure that I kept it that way. When a woman touches me, she's touching pure muscle, not a glob of fat.
Do you know how hard it is for a man to get a six-pack? Being of that weight?
Impossible.
The thing was, I wasn't losing weight. I remember one time I was trying to lose weight. But the only thing is, I kept getting on the scale.
And you kept eating.
302.
Yeah, and you kept eating. That's the only problem is when you get on the scale, you had a Little Debbie's ho-ho cake in one hand and a Twinkie in the other hand, followed up by a fucking big chocolate milkshake. Eating. Every time I hear you, Big J, you eating. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm slandering you. Every time I hear you, you and Queen Sunkiss, y'all eating something. You smacking. Now see, I asked you to leave me alone. Now you done made me mad because you're trying to compare yourself to a man that's taking care of his body his entire life to where I'm proud to say that I got a six-pack at my age. I'm proud that I could say that I could do 35, 40 push-ups at the drop of a hat. I'm proud to say when I go in the bathroom at any time of the day, I still can see my tallywhacker when I was able to see it at 18. When the last time you seen yours, nigga? At 300 pounds, talking about a 300-pound motherfucker got a six-pack. No, you don't. Big J told his supporter his, he said, you know, I lost 10, 12 pounds last week. Motherfucker should have told him, turn around, I'll show you where it's at. You fat fuck.
And I'm like, well, how come I ain't losing no weight? I see myself sprinting down. I went ahead and you know, my pant size went two sizes smaller.
Nigga, get to the point. Get to the point.
So for you to sit there and talk about, oh, I'm 300 pounds, and you went ahead and made that statement, it shows the lack of maturity you have, and you supposed to be a baby boomer? You supposed to be a baby boomer? And you know how people, you know that different people know how to carry weight. Maybe you need to watch some rest.
Big J, Big J.
You actually work so hard. You cannot be obese in a wheelchair. Yeah, Lauren. Some other clown said.
Hold on, Big J. Hold on. Where can I stop this at? Hold on. I'm gonna get to your statement there, Lawrence. Hold up, Big J. First of all, I would never know that you are 300 pounds if you didn't say it. Again, where's the slander? I would never know because I've never seen you on a camera. So I would never know that you are 300 pounds if you didn't say it. I wouldn't know that you were 180 pounds if you didn't say it. I wouldn't know that you were 200 pounds if you didn't say it. I wouldn't know if you were bald, short, tall, or fat if you didn't say it. As I told you, the only thing that I could do if I had never seen you before, Big J, was guesstimate. You told us that you were 300 pounds. Now you're trying to justify your 300-poundedness, which most fat people do. No disrespect to the big-boned folks, but that's what a lot of y'all do. Y'all decide that because you fat, you want to justify your reason for being fat. And in this case, that's what you're doing, Big J. I'm not saying all big people do this by no stretch of the imagination. So y'all the big folks community, don't get mad at me now. I'm just making a point here with Big J, trying to justify the reason why he fat. If you go on a diet, go on a diet. We don't need to know about it. We don't need to know your life skills and how you lost weight or what your pant size is. Niggas, men don't talk about shit like this. That's my point. Now, what did you say, Lawrence? What did you say? Being that you work hard, you cannot be obese and in a wheelchair. It sounds like you're built well. Well, how is that, Lawrence? Tell me what 300-pound man that you know is built well. That's not a professional athlete. Go find me the average 300-pound man that sits on YouTube after stream after stream, after hour, and that's built well, Lawrence. Here you are interjecting yourself again. That's a dumb conversation. Stop coddling this fat-ass nigga. I didn't say you, never said. Hold it. Back up, Big J. See, again, this is how shit starts. At no point in time did I ever say you were in a wheelchair. At no point in time. Never. And this is how shit starts. This is why I had to refer to you. This is why I had to talk to you. I'm not going to go through this with you anymore. Because again, just like May did and just like Queen Sunkiss did, y'all put out a false narrative and turn around and want to cry victim when somebody hit you back with the very same shit that you said.
Really? You got this one Negro from New York. He always hangs around with Reg, the bad guy, all the time.
Okay, let me move on here, folks. Let me move on. Okay, see again. Okay, Lawrence, I weigh 220, but I look like I weigh a lot less. People say I do not look like I weigh that much. Everyone carries their weight differently. See, that's the signs of a fat man. That's the signs of a fat nigga. When you got to justify your weight, that's a fat nigga, because a motherfucker that's in shape wouldn't say shit like that, Lawrence. A man that's in shape, nobody would walk up to them and say, you know, you carrying that weight well. They wouldn't do it. So let's move on here. Let me see what you said here, Big J. I'm not going to spend all 38 minutes on this. I'm getting close to an hour fucking around with you already. And I didn't mean this to even go an hour.
I think the clue is right there. Know what you're talking about before you fucking speak. But that's not the only video, right? That's not the only video. Let me stop.
Okay, who else you got? Where'd you gonna come in?
Right? Let me go to another video.
Okay.
Because I ain't gonna take this long to debunk what's been saying.
Nigga, you ain't debunked nothing.
It ain't gonna take long to debunk.
You ain't debunked nothing. Actually, Big J, actually, all you did was add credence to what I was saying. You're a messy motherfucker. All you did with this video right here was add credence to what I was saying. That you're a messy individual. That's all you do. This is what you have time for. And I made a mistake by giving you credit for having good content. But probably because those are videos that I saw of you first. Or because somebody sent me a video that you was, we had a mutual enemy at that time. I was talking about Angry Man and so was you. I won't.
Don't even try to talk to me.
Trust me.
Don't say shit to me.
Trust me.
Because I'm not your son.
Didn't I tell y'all this?
Kid.
Wait a minute. Didn't I tell y'all this nigga had daddy issues? Big J, let me tell you something. Again, if maybe you didn't hear me in the first video that I did of you. I would not have to talk to my sons like this. You understand what I'm saying? I would not have to have this conversation with my boys like this. Although practically they're grown men in their eyes and in my eyes, I still consider them my boys. And they'll always be my boys, no matter what age they are. They'll always be my sons. And I will never have to talk to my sons the way I talk to you. I can guarantee you that. Why? Because my sons wouldn't engage in such fuckery.
Let me stop. You start this one first. You stop this.
Hurry up, man. I ain't got much time. You got 9 more minutes of my motherfucking time, Big J.
Stop this from the very beginning.
You got 9 more minutes of my goddamn time. I'm gonna wrap this up to an hour.
So, Big J hates black women. That's something that you say, right?
Never said that either.
Big J hates women, right?
Never said that.
We got to sit here and bring this video up because nobody else gonna bring it up.
Okay.
So
bring it up.
We gonna bring up.
Hurry up, man. Shit.
Garage Autonomous. Shout out to Garage Autonomous. Because y'all like to go to videos that was. I know somebody gonna say, well, Big J, that's 7 years ago. Yeah, but y'all played videos. When I made that statement on Blog Talk Radio, that one was made 9 years ago. 8 years ago.
Okay, Big J, it's not about the time. If you want to go back to the annals of saying Big J did something good, that's up to you. Okay, turnabout's fair play. I used some videos from the past, so can you. But let me tell you, the person that you're using, Garage Autonomous, we all just like for some reason or the other, maybe you think I couldn't type it in, or maybe I couldn't spell it. But his history speaks for itself. Doesn't he have a sketchy past, Big J? Didn't he do some things to his some folks, or didn't he do something that he wasn't supposed to do by using some information? I'm not going to put that business out there, but didn't he do something that he was not supposed to do, that where if he didn't get stopped doing as many YouTube videos, the powers that be was going to get to him, so he kind of went underground? Is that the guy that you're trying to big up, Big J? Garage Autonomous? Is that the guy that you just, the guy that you try to bring up to me, Big J? Like I said, you got 6 minutes, so let me move on.
That speaks favorably of me because you failed to do your due diligence.
I know. Blame that on YouTube, Big J. YouTube put those videos like that. All I did, folks, again, if you do not believe me, all you have to do is go to the YouTube search bar, type in Big J XXX, and you for yourself tell me the videos that show up under this man's name. If there's any good videos that show up, Big J, I shouldn't have. If they were the most popular videos that you did, those were the ones that would populate first. So it's obvious any good thing about you is on the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th page. And who the fuck got time to do all that? You're not that important that I'm gonna go to the 2nd page? The fuck?
In a certain way, and you tried your best to paint me in a certain way. That's why I said what you did is slander. SLANDER.
Sounds like air escaping to me with all that shit going on there. Big J, nothing, again, you would not, if this was a court of law, whether it be civil or criminal, you would not convince anyone that I have slandered you. Because every word that I have used or uttered came from you first. Or came directly from the mouth of someone else. And if it was slanderous, it wouldn't be on YouTube for anyone in YouTube who wanted to find out some information about you to look at. You would have flagged it as being slanderous already. Dumb ass backwater buffoon that you are.
Slander. See, you thinking that I'm some buffoon that like to yell and scream all day. No. It's niggas don't know how to have decorum. Y'all that want me to act a fool, then y'all should be acting.
Sure, blame. Sure. Another tip. Right. Typical. This. Oh, hold on, Big J. This is what idiots do. Blame your bad behavior on somebody else. If you hadn't tried to point out what I was doing wrong, I would have no reason to yell. Let that make sense. Are you that dumb? Huh? No wonder you think I'm sunning you, because this is what you would tell a teenager to try to convince you that they didn't see you that you didn't catch them doing something wrong. 50-11 stories or 50-11 excuses of what until they finally say, you know what, Mom, Pop, I was wrong. I did it. You're right. So I told you, like I said, folks, this nigga got daddy issues. I ain't your daddy, Big J.
You better know what the form is. See, I'm a stickler when it comes to having the form. You're not going to sit there and just...
Okay, let's move on a little bit farther here.
All they got to do is go in their closet, get their 45s out, because they still got their record player. But don't ask me how I know about old songs, because every now and then when they're cleaning up, they put a record on. So get their 45s out.
Okay, Big J.
In 1970, and you said you in your early 40s, so how can you quote us up? Because I got parents and grandparents still got the 45s. Again,
Big J, it amazes me that you really have selective hearing. What would make me think as a DJ that you at 40-something years old would not know a song from the 1970s? That you would not know a song from the 1960s? That you, would not know a song from the 1980s? What would make me think that, Big J? No, the reason why I mentioned anything about music is because you mentioned that I was a wannabe radio host. And my question to you is, what the fuck do you know about music that you could possibly teach me? Nothing. Like I said, Big J, I'm going to give you an hour, so you got less than 2 minutes. And then I'm wrapping this shit up.
They still got their record player. But don't ask me how I know about old songs, because every now and then when they're cleaning up, they put a record on. Don't even come at me with that.
Okay, that's enough for hearing you rant, folks. If you want to hear the rest of what Big J was so-called himself defending himself to me about, go on over to his channel and listen to the rest of that, because we got about halfway through it. I'm not going to spend the rest of my evening and the rest of my time going through some Big J shit. All right? But before I do though, let me do one thing. Okay, folks, as much as I said I was going to try and keep this at a minute, but it's going to take me a little bit long, an hour. It's going to take me longer, a little bit more than a minute or so to finish this out. So bear with me while I prove the point. Big J, as you can see here, it tells us when you made the comments. Okay, so this was the original comment right here. So let me get this straight. Going to tag me in a video using statements from a man who raped an 11-year-old girl and woman, blase, blase, blase. Okay, that was whenever. This has been, folks, this has been Big J and I's conversation back and forth. Okay, and for some reason or the other, Big J, you thought that you could. Hold on just a second, folks. Hold on, let me pause this. All right, folks. We're back. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. As I said, I already was trying to keep this under an hour, but I'll have to go a little bit over. So, last thing I said, remember Big J said that he never tagged me. And he never mentioned me in any of his comments. Well, let's go back right here. What's this say right here? Big J mentioned you in a post a year ago. Here we go, Big J again. Mentioned you in the video 9 months ago. And this is from Big J and the Master Teacher. You tagged me in that. Big J mentioned you, along with Queen Sunkiss, okay, along with Pure Butterfly. The Master Teacher, meaning BGS, there he is. He got me and you tagged in the video for some reason or the other. Big J. Here we go, Big J again. 7 months ago, mentioned you. Big J again, mentioned me 7 months ago. 7 months ago. Here we go again. Okay, here we go again. Big J mentioned you. Okay. The list goes on. Big J mentioned you 4 months ago. Big J mentioned you 3 months ago. Big J mentioned you 2 months ago. Big J 2 weeks ago. You made this video, right? Now let's view the post. What does it say, Big J? Here we go again. Now, you said that you didn't tag me, Big J. You didn't tag me at all, right? So now let's go to some of the stuff that folks don't see. Okay? I'm going to pause that right there. Okay, Big J.
Channel that you say that you try to.
Big J, before we go and before I close this up, I want you to listen to this last thing, because this is the original argument that none of you or May or Queen Sunkiss or anybody else has came up and said, music, Prism, you were wrong about what you said about Big J. This was the original argument, folks, that brought us to this back and forth banter. This was the original argument. I want you to hear what Prism and I said, okay?
To take down the very same people that are in your circle, so-called trying to help you take these channels down, are regular contributors to the channel. Of the very same channels that you say you're trying to take down. For 10 years, believe me, if I had the power and the ability other than to strike someone's channel, to point out someone's channel that I thought did some fuckery, I would. And I have. And I will continue to. I think behind the scenes, Prism, I asked you a question that was quite poignant about the Central Park 5. You remember that conversation?
I do.
Right. So I got plans for that. That's why I was poignant about asking the question, to make sure that what I was thinking about doing, I was right about. Big J, someone struck your channel because they didn't agree with you personally. I'm going to strike this man's channel. I'm going to send the powers that be the clip of what he said and let it go from there. But I can't take down that channel. No matter how much I want it gone. If the proof that I put there in front of the YouTube God says that there's nothing wrong with what he said, guess what? The channel's still going to be there. So Big J, my thing to you is, you ain't done enough work yet. The channel that you said that you were going to take down, is it still around, Prison?
What channel? The channel that I said I was going to take down?
Yeah, the channel that says Not that you were going to take out, but what's his name? I'm trying to not to. Is it still around?
No, every channel that I said that I was going to get rid of, it had a reason for me to get rid of those channels.
My point exactly.
And if I tell you, and usually I'm not going to tell you. Let me say this: I don't even have to even engage with you. If I decide that I don't like your content, and I feel like it's against the rules and stuff, and it's harmful and it's dangerous, then I'm going to let them know what's going on.
Right, and that's my point, BJ. The same.
I'm not after
right.
everybody. So
right. The same way. Right. She's not after everybody, and I'm not after everybody. But if you say something so egregious, Big J, in 10 years, and you haven't shown anything other than arguing with folks, then you got to say the original reason of this argument because somebody heard you say something disparaging about women, and they also said that you tried to take credit for something that 10 years of you being on the streams said that you haven't done. Is that rounded about right there? Prison?
Yeah, I don't think Big J has any intention of after what I saw today with him over on another platform, I don't think Big J loves drama. I did not want to believe that this is what he does. He throws rocks and hides his hand. Big J loves drama. And
that's the point. Big J, you love drama. And that's what I was pointing out. The fact that you love drama. That's was the crutch of the original argument, folks, some 17, 18 days ago. Now, anyone, I challenge you to put down in the comment section, if you think I'm wrong, that after typing in Big J's name, that he doesn't love drama. That he's just an innocent bystander in this game of the YouTube streets. That he doesn't kick up drama. He doesn't go looking to initiate drama. That was the crust of the argument, Big J. Nothing more, nothing less. It wasn't whether you were manosphere. It wasn't whether you went around beating up on black women. It was the fact that everywhere you go, whether it's a black woman's channel, whether it's a white person's channel, whether it's a black male's channel, or whether it's a white male's channel, you're there primarily to kick up some dust, to cause some disarray. So no, sir, it's not slander what I said about you in this stream or the other one. And be damn sure to know this, Big J. Make this crystal clear. Crystal clear. Do not talk about me anymore. Don't refer to me. Don't make a, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't even make an accusation or a hint of that I can cross-reference what you saying in your streams about me. Okay? Now my finger is on the trigger. Rooster or pull it. It's up to you. The next stream, you'll make me decide what your fate gonna be. If I was you, I'm gonna say this for the very last time. If I was you, I would leave Prism alone. I would keep the word old nigga out your mouth. I would keep the word divester out your mouth, because now you have associated that word, those words, with me and Prism. So we're under the assumption now that anytime you use them, and we have a right to be, that you're referring to us. Heed your words from now on out. Stop stumbling, bumbling, making an ass of yourself, because that's basically what you're doing right now. Trying to convince me by bringing up some white YouTubers that you're something special, that you're somebody great. As I explained to you and described you before, Big J, you're nothing more than a rock in my damn shoe. I got to stop and get it out before I continue. This will be the last loose nigga roundup I do on you, because you're not worth my time anymore. You're not worth my effort anymore. Stay over there, and I'll stay on this side. And if we should happen to cross paths in a mutual stream, do like you did when you saw me on Bomb Cherry Stream last night. Don't say nothing, because it could be detrimental to your ego again. Bye, nigga.